Here again, we are live in our YouTube.
It's Sports Update on Trust TV. I am Emmanuel Fashimi. We've got good stories, lovely stories that are making the round in the world of sport this evening, and we're looking at Nigerian stories because we have to start from our own. We have to talk about our own. If we don't do that, nobody will hear about us. So we look at Nigerian sporting stories, and it was a good outing for the Paralympics team, no matter what other persons might say. From our own point of view, they've given a very good account of themselves. They've been able to do what they can right there at the 2024 Paralympics in Paris, France, finishing the event, finishing the games with 7 medals, 2 gold medals, 3 silvers, and 2 bronze medals. And inside the 2 golds, we actually made history. Onyechi Mark and Fola Shade making history in their respective category in the para-power lifting, which is our area of strength. And also we got a bronze medal through Gulaya. You can see him on the screen, from table tennis, and we also got bronze in badminton, the first badminton medal in any Olympic event by the Kwara State-born Bolaji, who actually gave us that medal. So it was a good one, and the team came back to the country. The last batch came back to the country, and they came back in batches, batch 1, batch 2, and then the last batch touching down the shores of Nigeria at the Nnamdi Azikiwe National Stadium, where they were given a standing ovation. They were given a very sound welcome from the Sports Ministry and other well-meaning and let me say, those who wish them well, Nigerians, were at the airport to welcome the Paralympic team of Nigeria after finishing on the 40th position on the medal standing with 7 medals in total. Like I said, 2 gold, 3 silver, and 2 bronze medals. That was a massive one, massive achievement for. Though it was the record for Tokyo 2020 couldn't be matched or passed. Surpassed that record of Tokyo 2020, where we won 4 gold medals during the Tokyo 2020 Olympic event. So, but this time around, despite our other able-bodied athletes, they were in Paris, France, and didn't come back with any medal at all. But for the special athletes, they made it back with 7 medals in total. So congratulations to all of the para-athletes, para-team, who went to Paris, France, and came back to Nigeria with something for us to cheer and behold. All right, let's leave the para team and we'll look at this. The Nigerian Premier Football League, we know it's match day 2. We are going to match day 2 this weekend. And for match day 1, we saw interesting games, interesting fixtures, interesting results in match day 1. The last game was played on Monday for match day 1 between Akwa United and Lobby Stars, which ended on a goalless affair at the Lafia Township Stadium, where Lobby Stars has adopted as their home ground. But we will be bringing you the result. We had the result. We brought those results to your screen on Monday. That is match day 1 results of games that were played in the course of the weekend. We will still bringing back that result so that you look at the results of the Nigerian Premier Football League match day 1. But before we look at the results, we go to take this story. Niger Tornadoes returns to home ground in Minna. That is, we know Niger Tornadoes have been playing their games away from home, but this time around, the state government have deemed it fit. They've been able to do what they know how to do. That's the Bako Kotangora Stadium, Memorial Stadium in Minna, has been brought up to standard, has been renovated, looking lush. You can see on the screen, the grass new grass were planted, and the seats are looking good, and the stadium has a different facelift. And after inspection from the NPFL team, they've been given the go-ahead to go back to that stadium, that is Bako Kotangora Stadium in Mina. So the stadium, the league body, that was on Tuesday, yesterday, approved the usage of that stadium, and they will be hosting Nasarawa United in their match day 2 of the Nigerian Premier Football League at that stadium. So Nasarawa United was going to be the first team that is going to receive the baptism of, let me say, well, maybe fire or whatever, maybe baptism of water or fire at the new renovated Bako Kotangora Stadium in Mina, in the hands of Niger Tornadoes, who went away in the course of the weekend to beat Kwara United in Ilorin. We will bring you the results, if we can have that results of the games played, match day 1 in the Nigerian Premier Football League. Just run over the result in the course of the weekend. We saw about 3 away wins, where Remo Stars defeated their counterpart away. We also saw that's Kano Pillars beating newcomers Ikorodu City 3-0 at the Sani Abacha Stadium in Kano State. So, like I said, interesting result. 18 goals in total were scored in match day 1 with 3 away wins. Massive one, and it's getting interesting. If the Nigerian Premier Football League can continue in this manner, definitely we will go back to that glory days where we used to have one of the best leagues in Africa. So it is a good one for us. It is a good one for us, and I think kudos to the Nigerian Premier Football League body led by Honorable Benga Elegbeleye and the COO, that is Davis in Oume, alongside the Nigerian Football Federation (NFF), being led by President, that is Alhaji Ibrahim Musa Gusau, who is the NFF president, for making sure that yes, our league, that is the Nigerian Premier Football League, and also become viable, become interesting on the continent of Africa and in the world. And if we are seeing the development in the men's league, I think we also need to switch attention to the women's league. Also give the women's league attention, give them that support and what have you. All right, we have the results of the games played and the match they won in the Nigerian Premier Football League. We can see Niger Tornadoes, who will now be playing their home games at the Bako Kotangora Stadium in Mina, went away to Ilorin, far away Ilorin, and defeated Kwara United 2-1. Abia Warriors lost at home to Remo Stars, and we have Bendel Insurance in the South-South Derby at the Samuel Ogbomdia Stadium, playing a goalless draw with Rivers United. Heartland FC of Owerri, under new coach Emmanuel Amunike, lost to Enyimba at home, that is their stadium, Okigwe Township Stadium in Owerri State 3-1. They suffered in the hands of Enyimba International, that is an Oriental derby. Kano Pillars, like I said, trashed Ikorodu City newcomer 3-0. Ikorodu City is first community-based team in Nigerian football story, in Nigerian football matters. Ikorodu City is owned by a community, Ikorodu community in Lagos. So it's not one man's business. It's just the community came together to actually form that particular club. So Ikorodu City suffered 3-0 in the hands of Kano Pillar. Kwara United lost at home to Niger Tornadoes, who will be going back to their stadium in Mina. Nasarawa United and Shooting Stars at the Lafia Township Stadium played a 1-1 draw. And for Shooting Stars, the third season in a row where they are at least getting something in match day 1. They've never lost for the past 3 seasons. They've never lost their opening game of the season. Plateau United beat Katsina United 1-0 at the Jos Township Stadium. That is a southern affair. And then we have Sunshine Stars trashing Bayelsa United 3-0 at the Township Stadium in Akure, Ondo State. And the last game, like I said, on Monday, ended on the goalless affair between Lobby Stars and Akwa United. We know that Rangers International and Academy Warriors, that is Rangers, they are the champions, the defending champions of the league, against the President FA Cup champions, opened the season on August 31st. That game also ended on the draw note for both teams. So it's good that we are seeing Nigerian Premier League getting this kind of attention and improving weekend by week in, week out. We are seeing massive improvement. 18 goals in totals were scored in match day 1. All right, let's leave the Nigerian Premier Football League and talk about one man who understands Nigerian football and understands African football. He actually stayed with us, spent I think 3 to 4 years with the Nigerian national team before leaving. All the success that the Super Eagles enjoyed, actually some of those success were under this particular name that I will be mentioning, that is Coach Westerhof, Clems Westerhof. If you remember the USA 94 and Africa Cup of Nations 94, this name will come to your mind. He was there. He was the coach who took us to the Africa Cup of Nations in 1994, where we defeated Zambia in the final to lift the trophy. We beat countries like Ivory Coast or Algeria before lifting the trophy in 1994. Coach Clems Westerhof, and he also did a very good job qualifying the Super Eagles for their first ever, qualifying Nigeria for our first ever FIFA World Cup tournament in USA. That was in USA 94, where we got to the second round of that tournament and we lost to Italy in that game. It was a very good game, and a lot of persons can still remember Austin Ugwevon-Cerezo. Everybody is blaming him that he was the one that cost us that game, and Roberto De Baggio of Italy put away that penalty after missing one, and then the second time of asking, he was able to convert against Peter Rufai, and we were knocked out of that tournament. But not just like that, we went out fighting, and we were ranked number 5, the best 15 in the world during the USA, after the USA 94 World Cup. And now the man is saying, yes, give the Super Eagles job to Samson Siasia, a man who just finished his FIFA ban. 5 years ban was slammed on him by FIFA for match fixing scandal. And now he's advising the Nigerian Football Federation, if you really want to get it right with the Super Eagles, hand the job over to Samson Siasia. But it's now left for the technical committee of the NFF to seek, at least to heed to his advice, or they just paid deaf ears and let it slide. But for Coach Clems Westerhof, he's one man who understands Nigerian football, African football, and like I mentioned from the beginning, the success that Nigeria has enjoyed so far when it comes to football, Super Eagles, that man's name would be mentioned. Coach Clems Westerhof, who did well for this country, USA 94, and then the Africa Cup of Nations in 1994. So he's advising, it's just an advice. It's either we take or we'll leave it. All right, let's go straight to the continent and look at this particular story. Yes, come this weekend, it's going to be back action. The FIFA break will be over, and we'll have the leagues will be back in Africa, in Europe, and even in Nigeria. But now the story is Rangers ready for Saragada Esperancal. That is a team from Angola. It is going to be the next phase of competition in the CAF Champions League. Rangers is the only team remaining in the CAF Champions League, and they have a date. Rangers ready for Sagrada Esperanca duel. Now, this game is going to be a very tough one for Rangers International, and they will do everything within their power to see that they get the maximum win and progress. Definitely, they are eyeing the money spinning stage of the CAF Champions League. Money is already dropping in, because this year CAF did a very smart thing by all clubs participating in the CAF Champions League this season. For their participation, a low participation fee, you get $50,000 US. So all the teams that are participating in the CAF Champions League, for their participation, appearance fee and what have you, they take home $50,000 US. And if you crash out from the first round of competition, you still have $50,000 to take back home. And as the competition progresses, more money keeps coming. So that is what Enugu Rangers is actually eyeing right now. They want to progress and get to the money spinning stage proper. From each stage, you get certain amount of money to prosecute your game. So Sargada Esperanca of Angola, well, like they said, it's going to be a very good game. they give respect to all of the teams, and we know what happened when Rangers actually played Comoros Zilimadojo of here in Nigeria. That is at the Godswill Akpabio International Stadium. It ended, both legs ended on a draw. One was a score. The last leg was a score draw, and the other one was I think 1-0. Yes, it was 1-0. Rangers won the first leg 1-0, and then the second leg was 1-1. But Rangers progressed on a goal aggregate 2-1 on aggregate to go to keep a date with Sagrada Esperança of Angola. We will be bringing you some highlights of Rangers international games, both the one they played against Comoros team at the Godswill Akpabio International Stadium in Uyo, and also their league games against Abia Warriors and co. Let's quickly have those highlights, and we will be right back.
And another support you can give us to share our posts, share this match, let others join, share to different group, different WhatsApp platform, share the link. Let's promote our own. The more you share is the more you comment. Tell us where you're joining us from, tell us where you are. Oyeka Romano says Rangers 2, Abia Warriors 1. That's a very good prediction, and that's the current score now, so let's believe that it will end like that, or maybe more goals will be coming in. Oyeka Romano is watching from Lagos State. Thank you so much. Make sure you share this video, like and comment. Oyeka Romano, thank you. Make sure you click the notification button anytime we go live on our YouTube. We know
passing right here. Ball eventually gets the Super Eagles invitee. Kennedy Bouquet gets away from one, makes it in the box, gets away from two, cuts it back. But that's some great defending right there to put it out for a goal corner kick. And you get this situation. Ball goes out for a goal kick. Nice pressing right there. I believe that's Kenechi Kwagu. And a nice pass from Isaac Xavier. It gets to Joel Odor. Another nice pass. The strike comes in, but it goes wide. The goalkeeper looks it off. And you got Enugu Rangers on the ball. Nice pass. Ball gets to Joel Odor. He keeps it. Turns around. Gets a pass to his man. The ball in the box. Put up in the air. But the goalkeeper makes an easy grab right there. Pass cut off by Enugu Rangers. Nice pass. The touch right here. And it gets to Isaac Xavier, shoots with his left. But just an easy save for the goalkeeper at the end. Nice way to get the shot. Down, but the defender.
Yes, those were some good games. Rangers International, the Nigerian Premier Football League champions, and as they are preparing to actually take on Esperança Saragada of Angola in the next round of the CAF Champions League. All right, still talking continental story, but we still stay with CAF. But this time around on a different note, where the coaches are also recognized. CAF now has deemed it fit to invite Jose Pizarro, former Super Eagles coach, to coach his symposium in Abidjan. All of the about 50 coaches would be attending this coaches symposium in Abidjan, Côte d'Ivoire, the venue of the last where that hosted the last Nations Cup on the continent of Africa. That event will start tomorrow. Just a one-day event, a two-day event from tomorrow to the 13th of September, right there in Côte d'Ivoire. Coaches like Emma Faye of Côte d'Ivoire, who won the Nations Cup, is also there, leading about 50 coaches for this symposium in Ivory Coast. Good one coming in from Motsipe, that is the CAF president. It's a very good idea, bringing all these coaches together. What is the way forward? Charting the course of African football. We want to see an African country winning the World Cup, and want to see an African country dominating world football. And I think this is a very welcome idea, a welcome development coming in from the CAF president organizing this symposium. And former Super Eagles coach Joseph Pissarro would be there, will be part of the 50 coaches, among the 50 coaches who will be attending this symposium right there in Côte d'Ivoire. All right, we will quickly run over some transfers on the show this evening. Before we go, we'll look at this particular story. Almost four clubs thereabout, all of them from the Turkish Superliga. We're queuing for the services of this of Kylian Trippier of Newcastle United. That is Newcastle captain. But Newcastle stood their ground and say no, we are not sending him to Turkey. Neither want to do business with any club that come from Bekashir, Fenerbahce, and Galatasaray also in there looking for the services of Kylian Trippier. But Newcastle United back out, as in the back out of the deal, because of how Newcastle United stood their ground by chasing off buyers from Kylian Trippier. All right, we'll look at this. I think it's going to be a good news and sigh of relief for Everton fans. This time, American businessman John Textor confident to buy Everton. We know that the troubles that Everton has been going through since last season, and this American business John Textor could just be the savior of this particular club right there in the English Premier League. And the last one on the show this evening before we go, Galatasaray wants Chelsea winger Kani Chukwuemeka on loan. Definitely, maybe they can get Chukwuemeka on loan before the transfer window in Turkey closes, and probably maybe in January transfer they will come back for Kani Chukwuemeka. All right, that is what we'll be leaving it on Sports Update this evening. I am Emmanuel Fashimi. Say thanks for watching.